All right, man. Joined by Manny Robles. Thank you so much for joining us. Who do you got on this Canelo Triple G
I
card?
have Anthony Herrera.
Oh, okay, great.
Anthony, he'll be opening up the card, the event. Yeah, so happy to be here. Obviously, it's such a big card. Possibly the fight of the card of the year.
You think so?
And it's
Yeah.
possibly, yeah. I mean, there's been so many, right? Joshua Usyk was a great card. So, but this is definitely one of them, one of the top ones.
Right.
So,
I know you're working hard too with Virgil Ortiz, and hopefully
Correct.
there's some word to come with him in the future about what
Correct.
his next fight. Obviously, looking good in the gym, Virgil.
looking very good, looking solid, strong, very hardworking kid. He's very dedicated, hardworking. He's a hard worker. You can't keep him away from the gym. This guy doesn't take any time off. He's definitely has a lot of determination, discipline, and has all the potential to become a world champion.
I know this is going to be a tough question for you because they're all special to you. But knowing Virgil just the way that I've gotten to know him, would you say he's your brightest talent that you've ever had the opportunity to coach?
Oh man, yes, but then you can compare him to you can actually compare him to Oscar Valdez as far as the work ethic.
Yeah.
Oscar Valdez has tremendous work ethic, and Virgil is right there. He's right there, and he's a special fighter, special breed. He's very talented. He's got the power. He's got the tools to definitely become a world champion.
Great. We're looking forward to his next fight. But let me get your thoughts on this main event here. I mean, obviously, there's so much at play. Canelo and Triple G, two ultra alpha males. Get back in the ring for a third time here after two, 12-round wars each time. Who do you like in this fight and why?
Excuse me. I like them both, man. I mean, they're both great fighters. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of boxing first and foremost, and I believe that this is going to be another great fight. Anywhere, any one of the two could win. Any one of the two could. I don't see a knockout in the fight.
You don't?
I see a decision.
Really?
I see this fight going all the way. And if there is a knockout, it'll definitely come in later in the fight.
I respectfully disagree with you coming from the standpoint of saying there's so much on the line for both guys. Triple G, I mean, has to not be able to trust these Las Vegas judges based on what they've done to him in the last two fights.
Correct.
And Canelo, obviously coming off that Evo loss, wants to look sensational here. Nothing would be more sensational than knocking out, a guy who's never been knocked out in Gennadiy Golovkin.
Correct.
Does that play a role in this happening, or a knockout happening, or why do you see it going?
Well, it's a lot
the
to
judges?
ask. It's a lot to ask for.
Yeah.
Especially when you're fighting someone like Triple G that's never been down, never lost by knockout outside of the loss that he's had to Canelo. Those were two competitive fights. Triple G is a little older now, but so is Canelo. And I believe that this will be a great fight. But these are two fighters with lots of determination. I believe that they're both going to be in very, very good shape, in tremendous shape, and which makes it harder for either guy to get a knockout. I think these guys are two of the best fighters in boxing, and then neither of them is going to go out that way. In my opinion, they're gonna both give us they're both gonna give us a great fight. But once again, like I said, I see it going to a decision.
Yeah. What was your opinion of Anthony Joshua losing again? I mean, let's go back and remind the people. You were the one who scripted his first loss when you were in Andy Ruiz Jr.'s corner. You kind of solved the Anthony Joshua riddle. What did you do in that fight that you have seen others maybe follow in regards to their own Usyk, defeating Joshua?
Styles make fights, and Usyk is a special fighter. Usyk is a master boxer, if you will. He doesn't carry the power that most heavyweight fighters in the division carry. As you know, he was a cruiserweight champion of the world, moving up to the heavyweight division now. But when you're that talented, You know, you can pretty much beat just about anybody. He beat a great fighter in Joshua. I don't take anything away from Joshua.
No.
Joshua is still a great
You don't
fighter.
think he's done?
I don't know, but by no means.
Okay.
And you know, it's just so nowadays with boxing, you get a loss, you get 2 losses, and you think it's the end of your career, but it's really not. It just depends on who you're fighting. The styles make fights, and you know, I don't take anything away from Joshua, obviously, but I just feel that Usyk he's stylistically he's a better fighter of the two. But it doesn't mean Joshua's career is over by any means.
What would you tell Joshua, though? I mean, there's more than rumblings, that he's going to fight Tyson Fury next. Is that the best course of action, or should he take a lesser fight and then maybe take someone like Dillian White and then come back maybe a year from now to
You
take
said
on
it. You said it. I wouldn't take this fight right away.
Really?
I would. No, definitely not. I would have him wait. I would have him, as you said, maybe fight Dillian White. That was the first fight between Dillian White and Joshua was a great fight. I believe that it would be the perfect fight for both, to see who's able to move on and who's, you know, win or go home. And that's a perfect fight for Joshua right now, as we speak. But if he was to take on Fury, I would definitely have him wait till later, maybe 1 or 2 fights. But if not, maybe wait until next year, so at some point during the summer. But not immediately, not as soon as December. It's just too soon.
And, you know, mentioning Andy Ruiz obviously looked good in getting this victory over Luis Ortiz. Now is talking about fighting the winner of Wilder Helenius, who we expect Wilder to be the winner of that fight. Is that a good fight for Andy? Andy versus Deontay Wilder?
At this, you know what? At this point, at this level, there's no such thing as an easy fight. You know, is it a good fight? Is it the type of fight we as fans want to see? Most definitely.
Okay, good.
Who doesn't want to see Wilder versus Andy Ruiz? That would be a tremendous fight, great fight. I think we all want to see that fight. And at this level, man, I mean, what can I say? The Triple G, Canelo, Joshua, Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz versus Wilder. I mean, these are great fights where anybody can win. I mean, on any given night, all it takes is one punch, as you know, and it'd definitely be a great fight.
Let me ask you this last thing. I'm sorry, because I was just thinking about this. You're the one who got Andy to be a world champion, and I know he's working with some other people right now.
Correct.
We don't want to get you in trouble for tampering or anything like that. But is there a possibility ever that you could reunite with Andy Ruiz, given the past success?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Andy. I mean, I believe we're still friends. I mean, if he was to, you know, maybe call, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that team. Like you said, I don't want to, you know,
exactly.
ruffle the feathers. but yeah, you know, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Andy Ruiz. I said it before. I said it once, and I'll say it again. Andy Ruiz is someone to reckon with when he's ready, when he's prepared, when he's in great shape as he was in his last fight. He can beat anybody. He's the real deal, man. I worked with Andy for a few years, and we worked together for several fights, including the big upset versus Joshua. But Andy, believe me, he's someone to reckon with.
Hey, if anyone can get him there, it's you, Manny. We know
Appreciate
that.
You. Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time today. I really
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.